Hello everyone. So, this is a page you will find all the material needed for designing. Be it a fashion designer, be it a interior designer, you will find some or the other ways like elements of design, principles of design, what all sort of things needed for doing designing. I am a fashion designer, but I will try to incorporate all the designing stuff into this video or the upcoming videos. So today we'll be discussing about the elements of design. I have some PPTs compiled with me, and the first PPT or the presentation or today's video is all about just discussing what is elements of design. So you all can go through all my written notes also. I have compiled non-written notes for myself, for my students, and during this quarantine time I thought, why not getting online through YouTube and enjoy. So I got it with all of that. So elements of design are basically the material that we need to do any sort of design. For example, if I want to draw something, if I want to draw a garment, I have to make a garment, I will start with drawing a line. Definitely, if I have to make a croquis, if I am an illustrator, I have to make a line first. Maybe for the proportions I have to draw a line. Everybody knows कि हमें line draw करनी पड़ती है, and then we move forward with the lines and then shapes. So we all know basically elements of designs क्या होते हैं. So the first is that only, which is line. Before line, one more element comes, that is a point. A dot. A dot, wherever we put a dot, that is also a design. Element of design. So dot से हम line पे जाते हैं. Line is what we know. We all know what is line. We'll be discussing it more in further videos, but today it is all about the basic information of line. Elements of design. So we have lines, then we have shape. Then जैसे हमने line draw करी है, हम एक illustration बना रहे हैं, तो हमने शेप उसकी बनाने स्टार्ट कर दी, उसका कर्व्स बनाने स्टार्ट कर दिए. तो सो वी हैव शेप. In shapes we have two categories. The two categories are that we have organic shapes and we have inorganic shapes. Organic shapes and inorganic shapes we'll be discussing later also, but still I will discuss with you all and give you a gist introduction that organic, as the name suggests, organic, which is related to the nature, we can say. In more scientific language, organic is something which is made up of carbon. Like we all are organic. The leaves, the trees, all the things. The nature is all about organic. So these are all shapes are organic. Like our body shape is organic. Leaves are organic. Organic shapes are the irregular shapes जिसको हम define नहीं कर सकते. We cannot define those shapes. And inorganic are the shapes which are geometric shapes, which have definite words for them. For example, a triangle, a circle, a rectangle, these are all inorganic shapes. We'll be discussing more about it in further more videos. So the third is form. Form is something which is made out of the shape. For example, shape is 2D, two-dimensional, and then form, when we convert a square into a cube. Cube has 3 dimensions: length, width and height. So it becomes form. So whenever we draw something on a paper, for example anything, we draw a garment on a paper, that is 2D, that is a shape. And as soon as that piece of paper से निकल कर वो garment हम एक garment में बना देते हैं, that becomes 3D because it's wearable also. So that is a difference between a 2D and a 3D shape and form. Then we have color. Color is a wide topic to discuss. We all know how color is important. So we'll be discussing a lot about colors. But the basic information about colors is everything. We are drawing some shape, a form, or anything we are doing with color. We need to color it out. We know there are 3 primary colors, and then we have a color, color wheel. Then we have primary, then secondary, then tertiary colors. We have warm colors, we have cool colors. So we'll be discussing all of that. Color schemes are there, and psychology of colors, a lot about colors. Then we have texture. Texture is all about the feel of any surface. For example, if we think about, the fabric, the feel of the fabric, the feel of the fabric could be touching that fabric, or maybe seeing that fabric and feeling that fabric. So both the things are the feel of the fabric, means we can touch the fabric and feel it, or we can just see the fabric and feel it, or any surface, not only the fabric but any of the surfaces. So this is all about texture. What we feel when we see a fabric, what we feel, or seeing a surface of anything in the world. So these are textures. Textures are also classified two ways. First is tactile texture. Tactile is the texture that we can, feel it by touching it also. And the visual texture, what we cannot feel it by touching, because there is no texture while touching it, but we can feel it by the eyes. For example, the photographs, we can just imagine, if we have a photograph of a road, we can just imagine and feel into the eyes कि हाँ इसका ना खुदरी road है. It has some texture, but we cannot touch it on the photograph, right? So these are the tactile and the visual. We'll be discussing it more in the further videos, but it is an introduction for you all. Then we have space. Space is all about the area that is being provided to us. वो area जो हमें provide होता है जहाँ पे हम अपनी डिज़ाइनिंग करते हैं. For example, a sheet of paper, and you need to draw anything. You need to draw a flower on that sheet of paper. So that sheet of paper is your space, and you have drawn that, a flower on it. For example, this whole area is my space, and I have utilized is writing it here and then keeping these two rectangles. So these both are, this was whole space of area, and I have chosen कि मैंने यहाँ पर written, I mean I have to write it here, and यहाँ पर दो blocks लगाऊंगी मैं. So this is all about the space which is being used. अपनी डिज़ाइनिंग के लिए जो मैंने यूज़ करी है space, that is positive, and the space which is left, I mean the white space which you can see here, it is all about negative space. Both the spaces are very important in life, और इन डिज़ाइनिंग स्पेस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स अगर आपने पूरा भर दिया पेज और वाइट स्पेस नहीं थी, या वाइट या खाली स्पेस नहीं होती, दैट मीन्स यू कैन नॉट रीड एनीथिंग, राइट? खिचड़ी पक जाएगी इन वेरी कॉमन भाषा. So you cannot do that also. That's why saying negative plus the positive space is very important. How to utilize this, you will understand and learn when you will be going towards all of these elements of designs and then principles of designs. Okay? Then we have value. Value is all about the amount of color, not only the color, the amount of element of design you're utilizing in a particular design. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ये पूरा स्पेस का यूटिलाइज तुम कितना कर रहे हो, कितना स्पेस तुमने यूज़ करा, कितनी पॉजिटिव स्पेस है इसमें. और फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू कैन से एनीथिंग, or maybe the color, what is the value of the color? Is it a black, एकदम perfect black, or it is dull? For example, if you want to shade, when you draw anything with shading, what you do, you make the darker parts, then lighter parts, then very lighter parts. So why do you do that? So that एक differentiation पता चले कि आपने dark sides दिखाई हैं कि वो वहाँ पर रोशनी कम पड़ रही है, फिर थोड़ी ज़्यादा पड़ी रोशनी, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. तो दिस इज़ हाउ द वैल्यू इज़ डिफाइंड. सो टुडे आई विल बी डिस्कसिंग इतना ही फॉर माई फर्स्ट वीडियो. आई होप it will be beneficial, and I'll be discussing more about all of that, elements of design, then we'll be having principles of design, and something more exciting things coming in my further videos related to fashion world and designing world. Thank you so much.